This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Welcome to Usapang Bayan. Ako po si George Chua, kasama ang aking co-host na si Rach Marquez. Marami ho tayong uusapan ngayong hapong to tungkol sa mga iba't ibang pangyayari sa ating bayan.
Mga kasama po natin para sa gabing ito si Miss Anna Varona, photographer and environmentalist. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Welcome, Anna, and it's a pleasure for us to have you here with us today. So maybe let me start with the first question. First is, we need to tell the people, our audience, sino ba si Anna Varona? Ano ba yung ginagawa niya?
I'm a photographer and I like to travel. Nagko-contribute ako sa mga travel magazines, tapos yung mga pictures ko, pinopost ko sa blog ko. Tapos na-share na yung aking blog sa iba't ibang bansa, katulad ng New York, at saka ng United States, at saka ng Indonesia, at saka ng Malaysia. I like to talk about responsible tourism. And I like to talk about practices that are good for our environment, especially for the marine environment, And I dive a lot.
You're already a certified dive master, or what do you call it? You're a technical diver?
I'm a technical diver, yes.
Okay. Maybe at this point, so that the audience can have a better appreciation of the work that you do, why don't we show them, first of all, the environment in which you work in? And this clip that we're going to see is something that you shot yourself?
Yes, some of it are shot by myself, and the others were, like, if you see a shot of me, that was done by a companion of mine.
Yes. Okay, so shall we cue up the first video from Anna?
Before you decide
Oh, that's a very interesting video that we have there, ma'am. When did you develop your love for the marine environment?
Actually, 2012, I started going around the Philippines already, and then during that time, I wasn't even allowed to dive yet, so they just made me snorkel. And I felt so bad because I was in Apo Island, and you could see just peeking down, you could see so much marine life. And then, but the issue was that they could not. The rangers there were very ill-equipped to protect the reef, and it felt really bad because that's a protected area. It's in in the coral triangle, so we should sana have more ways to protect our reefs because 70% of the world is actually occupied by the ocean, and we need to do more.
Since you already mentioned that, ma'am, what do you think are the ways we can protect our marine environment?
Well, first of all, we should back it up with science. Like give them numbers. How many species are there? Like for instance, the Verde Island Passage. It's called the center of the marine biodiversity in the whole world. Not just the Philippines, but the whole world. It's about 11.14 million hectares of marine life and environment. And there alone, you can find 400 species of coral. And then out of the 25 cetacean species, cetaceans are like the whales, the dolphins. And 5 out of 7 of the marine turtle species can be found there. It's so broad. The numbers are so broad, yet we destroy our environment by, overfishing, and then dumping of garbage,
Waste,
yes, and then illegal practices of fishing like dynamite, cyanide, Clorox, actually even Clorox, hookah divers, yes. So it destroys the environment instead of us protecting it so that it could sustain our livelihood, the livelihood of the people, the community around it. Instead of doing that, they want a quick fix program where they
Harvest as much as they can.
yes, exactly. Even with trolls now, like they drag a net in the ocean floor, so everything gets damaged.
Yes. Anna, we saw that film clip, no? And ang ganda-ganda talaga nung nakikita natin dyan. At marami sa ating kababayan kasi, hindi talaga sila nakakapunta sa ilalim ng dagat, no? Kaya hindi nila naintindihan saan ang gagaling ang mga isdang yan at kung paano rumarami ang isda, paano tayo nagkakaroon ng problema pagka nawala yung mga coral reefs natin. Siguro, paliwanag natin sa ating mga kababayan kung gaano kahalaga ang coral reefs para doon lumaki at doon kumakain yung mga ating mga isda, no, para rumami silang lalo.
Yung coral reefs kasi, George, it's a very delicate ecosystem. It's made out of, it's like a community, different kinds of communities. And all the species that live within the coral and around the reef, a coral kasi is just like let's say one branch, one barangay. But when they start, pag marami na, you call it a reef. And the reef helps sustain the marine life underwater, no? And for instance, let's say the clownfish, the lonely clownfish. The clownfish. Now they live in the anemone. Anemone actually is not a safe.
It's poisonous.
Yeah, it can. I know you understand. You're a diver. It has all these little spikes that could actually hurt other species. So the clownfish is protected from that, and it scares off predators of the anemone. So everything is a cycle. There's a purpose for all the species underwater. Now, if the coral reefs are not protected within about 14 years, all of that life will be destroyed. It will be gone. And, most of the protein source that we get to eat come from the ocean. And, it's one of the safest. It doesn't emit that, unlike cows. It emits carbon dioxide, diba? And it's not always particularly healthy. With the fish, if you can take care of the ocean, you could just let them be, naturally have marine sanctuaries. You don't have to give them chemicals. But the thing is, with the pollution nowadays,
Maybe, Anna, we can just quickly explain the cycle, no? Because when we have corals that actually are living things, no, they grow.
Yes.
They're like plants.
yes.
And then from there comes the plankton ba? Where does plankton come from? Those microorganism, yung parang small things that the fish eat? you
The
know?
plankton, yeah, lives within the coral, and then the plankton is eaten by the fish. Not only by small ones, but by big ones. And then the big fish, they actually help, if you know, this is not a very well-known fact, but the whales,
Whale sharks?
anyway, but their waste, it actually helps clean the air that we breathe. So if we don't have that, we don't have clean air now, we're actually, polluting our air. If we don't have clean air, we don't have them to help us clean the air, we're, I don't have to tell you what's going to happen, di ba? And then aside from that na nga, it goes around what we eat them also eh.
Yes.
Di ba? We eat them also eh. So what will happen with our food supply?
Yeah. Well, at this point, we need to have a station break. Sa amin pong pagbabalik, pag-uusapan pa rin natin ang marine environment protection. Kasama pa rin natin si Miss Anna Varona. Please stay tuned.